What I'm going to show today is how to mend a small slit in a neoprene dry suit, or in fact wetsuit. It'll work the same with both. So this is a slit in the seam on the inside of a dry suit, and how we're going to do it is put adhesive in there and then close it up. So the adhesives that we want to be using are anything that says neoprene repair adhesive. So for wetsuits they are commonly called neoprene queen or black witch, or very easily available. So I'm going to talk you through the procedures of doing it. I'll just open the glue up, and it's easy to just apply it with a cotton bud or a little matchstick or something like that. So just get it coated on the end of that. Now, the secret is not using a lot. Okay, I'll put that to one side for the minute. If we open the slit up, we can get the adhesive right in. So try and get it all over, and then, strangely enough, try and get it all off, because what we're trying to get is a really thin coat and not blobs of it around. Now, most important thing is now we keep that open. We can do that by using these clips here. I'll clip that one there. I'll clip this one on the other side. Sorry if I'm blocking there. Use my left hand. And see how that keeps the seam nice and open. So what I'm going to do now is start the clock, because the most important thing in this process is leaving time between coats. So we're going to come back in approximately 20 minutes, and that time will vary with the temperature and the type of glue, but 20 minutes is about right. And then apply another coat, and then after that we're going to let it dry, and then after that we're going to apply a final coat, and when that is almost dry, we're going to put it together. So we're going to see you in 20 minutes. Okay, so you can see from the clock we've left it to sit just quietly for 20 minutes, and if we look at it and actually feel it, it feels quite dry, and there's no undried bits of glue. So what we're going to do is put another coat of glue on. So the same again. Now obviously we're doing this in a well ventilated area, and you should take all the necessary precautions that it says on the tube regarding contact adhesives. So just getting another little bit on the cotton bud. Put that out of the way. And again, trying to get in and coating both of those cut faces with adhesive. I'll do it from this side. You can put plenty on, but then try and take it all off, so it takes a second coat. Pay particular attention at both ends. What we don't want is glue accumulating in this point and this point. So again, we're going to leave that to sit for another 20 minutes. This technique is going to work on all sorts of neoprene products, and is best for when the cut is nice and clean, when you have two nice edges that will go together. If you have actually lost material from the neoprene, you may need to glue a patch over the top once you've glued the edges together as best you can. But this technique will work very well for a nice clean cuts that are clean and dry, and no sand or grit or dirt in them. So we're going to come back in 20 minutes. Okay, so that second coat seems to have dried pretty nicely. There's no shiny bits of undried glue there. So we're going to put the third and final coat on now. So again, same procedure. Try and get it so you can see it here. Get the right in, coating both faces. So it's black glue on black neoprene. It's not easy to see. Okay, and that looks a good coating on there. So this last coat is a little bit more critical in terms of timing than the other first two coats, because now what we want to do is not let it go absolutely dry. The other coats you could have left, to be honest, for 24 hours between coats, it doesn't matter. But this last coat, we just want to catch the glue. There's a window of when all the solvent has evaporated off, but the glue is still ready to be pushed together and get a good contact thing. So we're going to keep a closer eye on this. We're going to check it after about 10 minutes and then 15 minutes and see how long it takes, and then come back to it. And then the final bit is we remove the clips and push the two faces together to get that seam back sealed up. So we'll see you in a number of minutes. Okay, so this looks about ready to me. I'm touching it and I'm not getting any wetness. What it feels like to me is when you touch like a masking tape or a sellotape, it feels sticky, tacky, but there's no strings. It doesn't feel slimy. So it just feels tacky like that. So what we've got to do now is get those two faces together. If we carefully remove the clips, okay, and then get this, see how it's been drawn together, and if I get it and then press as hard as I can, what I don't want to see is any glue oozing out, any liquid glue, and give that a really good pinch. So I'm pinching the two faces together as hard as I can. Okay, now that should give you a waterproof seal and be structurally pretty strong. If you want to improve upon the seam strength, what you now have to do is use an Aquaseal over the top, which is this substance here, and we recommend the Storm Shore, and you can use that neat out of the tube, or if you're for drying times you can use the Storm Cure, and that will get it Storm Shore for a lot of hours rather than 24 hours. We're just going to use it neat. So what we want to do now is position it flat. If I use the weights now on that is flat, and I'm just going to use out of a bit bigger tube here. Okay, so 24 hours later, the Storm Shore has gone off and has made a nice hard shell over the top of that. If I'd used the Storm Cure with the Storm Shore, it would have gone off in a matter of hours. But just to demonstrate, you can do it with very simple materials. I've done it without any catalyst, so it's made a really nice, and it's bonded into the existing Aquaseal there. So if I talc over that, or a really strong bond to the two, and that's your repair all done. Obviously I've just done this on just a simple sock, but it works just as well if the Drysuit is complete. So I hope that helps you out. Cheers, bye.